I honestly can't believe it. Indiana goes on the road and takes down Ohio State, survives on the road against the Buckeyes. Is the season still alive?
You are Locked On Hoosiers, your daily podcast on the Indiana Hoosiers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome in. It is the Locked On Hoosiers podcast. I'm your man, Jacob Goins. I appreciate you being here, making this your first listen or your first watch every single day. We are a part of the Locked On Podcast Network, which is your team every day. This special reaction bonus episode for you. If you have those notifications turned on your audio podcasting platforms or on YouTube, then you're catching this when it comes out. Indiana goes on the road, takes down Ohio State 77-76. I said it in the intro. I'll say it again. I can't believe it. I can't believe we went on the road and got it done against the Buckeyes. Did we give them every chance in the world to win this game? Absolutely. Were we trailing by 6 at the half and pretty much all hope was lost? Yeah, pretty much. And did Ohio State have a shot to win it in overtime? Yeah, they did. But somehow, some way, whatever you want to say it was, Indiana wins 77-76. And I do want to say this. A road win in conference play, I don't care who it's against. I don't care what conference it is. With college basketball in the place that it is today, a road win in the conference in any level of the sports is a huge, huge deal. Pretty, ugly, doesn't matter. A win is a win. That's an Ohio State team that desperately needed one, and so did we. And we got it done. We pull it out 77-76. Now, you can make the argument that it never should have gotten this far, shouldn't have gone to overtime. Indiana had chances to put it away. You're right. All of those things are true. We're up by 4, 5, 6 points coming down the stretch, right? It kind of fluctuates, and we're thinking, oh my goodness, we're going to do it. Indiana's going to win. We're going to beat Ohio State on the road. What a great win this is. We had all the controversy that's been going on this week, especially with how you've performed in your last 2 games. And then here it comes, right? It's like, oh no, here we go. Then you get to overtime. Ohio State scores. We're scoring. Had chances. They had chances. Back and forth we go. And thankfully, Oumar, Ballo, and Goode decided to show up and play this basketball game. Without them, you would have had another 25-point blowout loss. Instead, you walk out of Columbus on a Friday night with the win. Listen to some of these stats, okay? For your Indiana Hoosiers, leading the scoring was Goode, who had his best game as an Indiana Hoosier, one of his best games of his college career. 23 points, 7 of 14 shooting from the floor, 4 of 7 downtown, including one from the right-hand wing late that really iced it for the Indiana Hoosiers. Plus, he had 5 free throws made as well. Oumar Ballo did exactly what we brought him here to do. Double-double in a dominating way, 21 points, 15 rebounds, and how about this? 8 of those were offensive for Oumar Ballo. He was huge, making shots, diving on the floor. He played with high-level energy tonight, along with Goode. Everywhere else, it was okay. Thought Cannon Carlisle played really good. Cannon Carlisle fought tonight. His shooting numbers were not good again. He has really struggled shooting the basketball, but he at least was aggressive. He at least was looking to shoot, was looking to score, especially down the stretch in this game. Did he take some bad shots and make some bad decisions? Yeah, he did. But I'm not going to get mad at Cannon Carlisle for being aggressive and wanting to have an impact on that side of the floor. Not at all. So not disappointed with Cannon Carlisle. I don't know what we got to do to wake Mr. Mackenzie and Baco up. I don't know what we got to do. Only played 22 minutes, and I just don't know, man. I don't know. He's in one of the worst slumps we've seen him in his young college career. And if you get that production, man, Indiana's a really good basketball team. And you went on the road and got this win without Malik Renew. And that, I think, says something. With everything that's been happening, with all the controversy, with all the noise, right? You could see Mike Woodson's face at the end of overtime. He was smiling, grinning ear to ear, couldn't wipe it off his face. And that makes me happy. Why? Because Indiana won. I don't want to lose sight of that. I don't want us as a fan base to lose sight of that. We still want to win games. Whether you like the head coach or not, I've made my thoughts very clear on this, right? Go back and listen to today's episode, which talks about his possible replacements. But I still want Indiana to win. I don't want us to just spiral out of control and the season go to crap just so we can get a new head coach. I don't think that way. You might, but I don't. And going on the road on a Friday night, hostile crowd, great environment, and getting a win 77-76, man, that's big time stuff for this Indiana team. You almost let 3 players beat you, though. You almost let Mobley do it. You almost let Parrish do it, who got almost double his average points. I think he's a 10 points per game dude. Yeah, he got 19. And you let Bruce Thornton, who had 18 points on a broken play, last play there of overtime, had a sidestep 3 from the left-hand wing, and it almost went down. That would have been the most Indiana way to lose a basketball game I've maybe ever seen. But he missed it. And Indiana walks out of Columbus 77-76. When we come back, I want to talk about Luke Goode. He's awesome. I love that kid. And he is fighting his heart out for Indiana basketball. And is the season still alive? Heck yeah, it is. We still have a lot to play for, even though the noise is getting louder and louder from the outside. That is coming up right after this on this reaction episode of Locked On Hoosiers. Today's reaction bonus episode of Locked On Hoosiers is brought to you by Game Time. Attending an NFL playoff game is an experience like no other. The energy, the excitement, and the connection with other fans are unmatched. I remember the thrill of seeing my favorite team clinch a playoff win live. It's a memory I'll never forget. This year, Game Time makes it even easier to create those unforgettable moments with their new feature, Game Time Picks. It filters out all the fluff and shows you only the best deals on great seats so you can focus on what matters, being there. I used Game Time Picks to grab tickets for an upcoming concert that I've used. My parents have used it. My grandparents have used it. I do have friends that are going to the game in Buffalo. Yes, they're going to be there on Sunday night when the Ravens take on the Bills. Isn't that wild? And guess what they used? Game Time Picks. Their all-in pricing is a game changer. No surprise fees at checkout. Plus, knowing my tickets are backed by the Game Time guarantee, it gives me the complete peace of mind that I need. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code LOCKEDONCollege for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem the code LOCKEDONCOLLEGE. That's Locked On College for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Welcome back into this reaction bonus episode on a Friday night. Maybe you're catching this Saturday or even on Sunday as well. Appreciate you being here on the Locked On Hoosiers podcast. This is a daily podcast for you, Monday through Friday, totally free, comes out every single morning, whether you want to listen to it on an audio podcasting platform or you want to watch it on the YouTube side. I really do appreciate you. And for those of you that are my everydayers, for those of you that come back and listen and watch this show, just want to let you know, we surpassed 4,400 subscribers on YouTube, something we've been pushing for this last few days. We got it. You know what that means? Let's get to 4,500. I bet we can do it within the next week or so. So thank you so much for everybody that's done that. Want to see your thoughts down below in the YouTube comments on Indiana's 77-76 win over the Ohio State Buckeyes. Are you satisfied with the win? Was this good enough for you? Is the season still alive? That's the question that we answer right now. And absolutely, it's still alive, man. Indiana now 5-3 overall in the Big Ten Conference as of this coming out. Okay, I know there's a lot of games coming up this weekend, but as of this game being finalized, we're just 2 games back in the Big Ten. There's a lot of games to play. Don't get me wrong, but we're 5-3. We're in the top third of the conference. So yeah, there's a lot to play for. And remember, for those of you that listened and watched to the episode that came out, the full episode that came out today, I talked about the stretch that Indiana was about to go on. I talked about the games that we are playing over the next, week and a half, 2 weeks before we get to Murder's Row. It was the stretch of Ohio State, Northwestern, and Maryland. 3 opportunities for you to figure it out. 3 opportunities for you to get it right. And this is a great way to do it. Did you play your best game tonight? No, you didn't. You got bailed out by Luke Goode, who's awesome, by the way, who played his best game probably of his college career and helped Indiana get out of Columbus with a win. But you'll take it any way you can get it, man. We can't be picky. We're not allowed. We're not good enough yet to be picky about how we win, where we win, when we win, and all those things. Like, you are not in a spot to do that, and we can't do that here in Bloomington. You got it right for now against Ohio State. You have 2 more games to do that at Northwestern, who is getting better, and at Maryland, home for Maryland, which who knows what that game's going to be like. The crowd, I don't know. If you come with 2 wins, maybe they'll lay off of Woody just for a little bit before you go at Purdue, at Wisconsin, home for Michigan, at Michigan State, home for UCLA, and home versus Purdue. Out of those 6 games, 5 are currently ranked in the top 25. So, yeah, not going to be easy for Indiana. But as of right now, the season's still alive. And maybe this is what you needed. Maybe this is what Indiana needed, was to go on the road and get a win over what I think is still a good Ohio State team. Are they exceeding my expectations? I don't know. Are they exceeding preseason expectations? I don't know. I think they're maybe a little underperforming right now, given the talent that they have. I think they're a better team than their record shows, I think is a fair way to say that. But Indiana wins 77-76. I'm really in shock, honestly. I mean, I can't believe it. I had no confidence. None. Not a lick of confidence going into this game. And I don't think you did either, but a win's a win. And now you move on. You have Northwestern coming up early next week, and you have Maryland. Then you have, that is on that next Sunday before you go on the road at Purdue. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your comments. Oumar Ballo played a great game. Luke Goode played a great game. Cannon Carlisle, I thought, bounced back well. Can we get some more help? Can it be from Galloway? Can it be from M'Baku? Can it be from Rice? Who's it going to be to help Indiana try to get back going in the right direction? A great way to do it is a win on the road at Ohio State, 77-76. Drop your thoughts in the YouTube comments down below. Be sure you like this video if you're on it right now. Helps it get out. More Indiana fans can find it. We can grow our community, and you are a big part of that. So thank you so much. And for those of you on audio, if you found this and you don't want to miss more episodes like this, turn on those notifications. Follow us if you can. Leave those 5-star reviews. That helps the podcast grow exponentially as well. Okay, Indiana Hoosier fans, we're back on Monday. Full episode right to you for free coming up on Monday morning. All right, so have a fantastic weekend. Until then, stay safe, and I'll talk to you later.